Okay, so here we go with another Monday. And I thought I would ask you guys if anybody would put in the chat, what's the last objection that you remember getting? Like, think back to the very last conversation where somebody was really resisting or was saying no. Just drop whatever that is that you remember in the chat. Cost. Amber Miller has an amazing video on that, Karen. I don't know if it's on my team page or could even be on her YouTube, but it's really good. I don't have the money now, cost. I'm not ready. The money one's a big one. Keep going. What about the type of company that we're offering the products through? That kind of thing. Got to check with my doctor. Kim, it's funny when people say my husband's against it, I totally think they're blame shifting. I'm like, you're just saying that because you don't want to admit you don't want to do it. And you know how I know that? Because I've done it. Finances, working on other health things right now. Okay. So clearly we have the painted picture that we're all running into objections, and objections are going to happen. And most of the time, especially if someone's brand new and maybe they're working towards silver, they're going to hear one of these things and they're going to not only get like completely freaked out, but they might even agree with the person. You're like, actually, you're right. It might actually be a lot of money. So we need to really be equipping people. And that's why I'm talking about this with you right now. This book is the easiest, simplest thing ever to read. It should be with you at all times. Carry it with you no matter where you go, because it has every single script you would ever want. And I don't like books that make me have to think too hard. Yep, that's true. And so this book is the best for that, because I was reading it going, this is so easy to read. And so on Saturday, Plexus has its book club. Make sure that you've already ordered it or you're listening to it. But I'm going to read you one of the ones that stood out to me. And then we're going to move into doing what we did last week. What we did last week is I set a 10-minute timer. And we all did the work that we came here already in the back of our minds knowing we needed to do. And we'll talk about some ideas for that. After 10 minutes, I pressed stop on the timer. And everybody put in the chat what they had accomplished in that last 10 minutes. So we counted it as an accountability Zoom. It worked really well for me. And I think everybody else really liked it. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to read you the one that stood out to me the most. And this is what he does. He gives you magic words based upon the conversation you're having with someone. And so the one I liked, it says, what do you know? How often do you find yourself in a conversation that quickly becomes a debate because you're speaking with someone who thinks they know best and perhaps even wishes to lecture you with their opinions? So I tend to get into a standstill with someone that really feels like they know it all. And that's unfortunate because I think I know it all. And so therefore, we have these two competing know-it-alls bumping into each other. So this is what makes this a great bit of advice. To influence others, you must be aware of how to control a conversation. One way of regaining control is to move the other person's position from one of certainty to one of doubt. And when people have done this to me, it gets me every time, okay? Typically, people try to create the position of uncertainty through directly challenging the other person's opinion and even entering into an argument, which you know you're never going to win. You're just not. So you might be frustrated by someone's inability to understand what you're saying or flustered that they cannot overcome their preconceptions. This can happen regularly when you are trying to introduce new ideas or concepts, and the I know best mentality of many people is difficult to overcome. You don't want people arguing with you. So what you end up doing is you end up backing down when someone's like aggressively like, well, did you know that blah, blah, blah. You either back down or you just walk away. Like you either let them win or you walk away. Well, that's not going to get you where you want to go if you're actually trying to get them to trust you enough to order the products. So for an opinion to have merit, it really should be founded on some form of knowledge. The best way to overcome this kind of conflict is not to win the argument. Instead, you must question the knowledge on which the other person's opinion was founded. The goal is to turn the situation into one in which the other person admits that their opinion might be based on insufficient evidence while retaining the ability for them to save face in the conversation, because you don't want them to feel small, but at the same time, you want them to go, like that. So this is a skill, and you need to learn the skill. And here's how you do it. It's in the phrasing, what do you know about blank? Now, I immediately pictured having a conversation with someone who's telling me, like, I already do all, like, I drink apple cider vinegar every day, and like, I eat raw kombucha, scobies. Like, they're telling me all the stuff, right? And I pictured myself saying, well, what do you know about adaptogens? Asking them a question about something that's in our products that maybe they hadn't mentioned yet, that makes me feel like I'm bringing up a topic that maybe I do know more about. If I ask them a question, what do you know about, I don't know, we could think of all sorts of different things. What do you know about, have you guys seen that thing with the mouth taping? How people tape their mouths closed at night so that they're nose breathing. When you start to share about something that you really do know a lot about that maybe other people wouldn't, you're creating an authority position for them. Oh, hydration, that's really good, Jill. Okay, so when you ask, what do you know about, it softly threatens their knowledge base and forces them to share the reference on which their argument is based. Often this results in them realizing their strong opinion was unfounded. So here's some examples, and then we're going to move into working. Example number one, what do you know about our business and the way that we do things differently? So when you ask them that, they're like, I don't like network marketing products. Well, what do you know about our business and how we do things differently? That's a really, really great question to ask that's not threatening. What do you know about everything that's changed since blank? And it says insert event. And I should have gone to look and see what year this was printed. 2017, pre-pandemic. I feel like I know exactly what word I would insert there. What do you know about how everything's changed since that C word? What do you know about how things really work here? Or what do you know about the benefits of, and then fill in the blank? I don't care, alpha lipoic acid or nitric oxide, like whatever it is that you want to fill in the blank with. This allows you to be able to have a conversation and potentially cause them to debunk themselves. So all that to say, get the book studies on Saturday. I'm very excited about it because I really, really like that book a lot. So we're going to get started. I'm going to set my timer. And I am going to give you some suggestions of things that you may want to look at doing. Number one, I've already put the graphic last week for the Meet Plexus event that happens tonight. It's going to be really good because I can show you guys the slideshow too if you want. Let me see if I can grab it and drop the link here. But this slideshow is going to cover gut health. And then we have a girl that's going to come on and share her testimony, but she's also going to talk about the power of social marketing, which I think is really important for people to hear because it's a huge objection, right? And then we're going to talk about the opportunity. And again, all in 20 minutes or less. Let's just pray that that happens. So let me drop the link here. You should be able to grab that and look at how we're working through the slideshow. Maybe it'll make you think of someone in particular that you want to invite. So it's tonight, 7:30 Central Standard Time, 8:30 Eastern Time. I know another team's doing a Canadian opportunity event at 7 Pacific. So what is that? 9 Central. So it really would work perfectly with the timing. So there's a slideshow. I'm setting the timer for 10 minutes. In 10 minutes time, we're going to come back and you're going to put everything in the chat that you accomplished. You already knew when you came to this Zoom, hey, I need to be following up with Sarah, or I need to be making sure so-and-so knows about the holiday cash. Like you already knew there were certain things in the back of your mind. Get busy with those things. And I dropped that link. Here we go. I'm setting my timer. Start. Here we go. All righty, my timer is going to go off in 9 seconds, but I want to hear, what did you accomplish in the last 10 minutes? Make sure that you're checking the chat, because you're going to get ideas from other people about some of the great business practices that they have. And that's going to allow you to learn new IPA. And I might learn how to actually stop a timer. Okay, put it in the chat, and I'm about to restart. Also, to answer anyone's question about that slideshow, the intention is for you to look at it and be able to have a memory jogger. Like, I think so-and-so would be really, like, would learn from this or would enjoy this. And remember, it doesn't have to just be a potential. It could be someone that's been an active that doesn't know what Plexus looks like today compared to 3 years ago. It could also be someone that's trying to actively currently build a business, and you can use it as a training opportunity for them to watch and learn. Some of the ways that I learned to share about Plexus, I watched Sonia Dudley's videos over and over and over again until I memorized it. And then eventually I started saying it my own way. But that's one of the best ways to train people, is let them watch and model. And once they can do that, then they can do it on their own. Timer started. Here we go. Okay, we have 30 more seconds, but I want to see, Allison, what was the green light message? Would you be willing to share that?
Hi, yes, so I just go to Messenger and then whoever at the top, it'll show a green light who's active. And I just hop on and say, hey, how you doing? Happy Monday. Hope you're having a great day. Just try to get a conversation started. You know, sometimes it's just simply to say hi. Right now I'm chatting with a friend who I just found out she's pregnant. So just want to say, hey, I heard the great news kind of thing. I have another friend that had a pretty serious surgery. So just trying to touch base and, you know, be that friend. And then sometimes you can throw in, you know, oh, there's an event tonight. If you're interested, kind of, you know, see how the door opens.
I love that because one, you're making it natural. It's not like this blasted out spam, like I'm going to send everybody this invitation. And then I personally, I know have burnt like people on that when I was first getting started. And then I like the fact that you're getting in touch with people that you know are going to see your message immediately, which is awesome. So just connecting. And Mondays are great for that, guys. Always love the whole idea of like new week, new friendship, new attitude, new mood. Just reaching out and starting the week in the best way possible. Thank you, Allison. That was super good. And that's simple too, along with the birthday message. Anytime you have an opportunity to connect with someone in a positive way, I always think of it as like I'm just giving them the free gift of dopamine because I'm coming to them saying, how are you? I miss you. You're amazing. I love you. I hope you have a great week. And they're just like, yay. And then whenever they think of me, it's a good feeling. So whenever I end up talking to them about Plexus, if it comes up, it's not associated with that icky feeling. It's associated with, I like her. I trust her. This is a good thing. Okay. So let's go ahead and start our timer again. Make sure you're checking the chat to be reminded of things to get done. I see birthday messages. I see CEO moment. I see getting samples together. I see looking at declines. I hate that part because I never feel good going to someone. It makes me feel awkward. So if you guys have any good scripts for that, let me know. Inviting people to the Meet Plexus event. So just go ahead and make sure you're dropping in the chat what you just completed in the last 10 minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and restart the timer. Okay, those scripts for the credit card declines are great. I never like reach outs that are kind of in essence negative. Like if it's like, oh, you're about to lose your perks, or because I just don't want to come to somebody with those conversations. I like to hide. That's just me. But those scripts are good. So I want you guys to also be thinking about the fact that number one, Black Friday is quickly approaching. And you don't even need to know what's coming. You just have to know that Black Friday is a big shopping day. So whatever script you want to create, all you need is something that has a fill in the blank. So by the time this, you don't want to be working right on Thanksgiving Day, getting stuff together. So that way, you know exactly what you're going to be sending people. And I really do mean it. It really is that amazing. So it'll be super exciting for people when they see what it is. I think a lot of your current Plexus users will want it very badly. And so again, you can go ahead and preempt that by sending them a message even now saying, I just wanted to let you know, because I'm telling people the same thing, save some of your holiday cash, put a little bit on the side, because I know what's going to be coming. Everyone's going to want. And so that way you're just giving them that heads up. And also be thinking about the fact that your level ones, you're going to want to send them something for Christmas. And so the only way I find it affordable to do that, instead of like sending everybody something super expensive, if you order now from either Amazon, you can buy so many things in bulk. You can get so many things in bulk. You can get really super cute tumblers. You can get earrings. I go to AliExpress and I can get some of the best stuff for very inexpensive. And then I write a handwritten card and I get it all together and then I send it off and I'm all in for maybe $5 or $6 for my level one VIP customers. So be thinking about that now so you don't wait till the last minute and then you can't get anything that's affordable because it takes a while to ship. I just started the timer, by the way, and drop everything you did in the last 10 minutes in the chat. All righty. That last timer just went off, and I'm looking through the question that asked, what is a CEO moment? It's just recording your new joins and your current points as of today and your PV. And this allows you to be able to compare month over month and also year over year. So that way, when the sky starts falling, because you're like, oh my gosh, something terrible is happening. And then you look and see last year in November, you were even lower than today. Like you're like, oh, I'm actually really killing it. So it gives you perspective. It also allows you to own your own business. I'm looking to see if I see anything else. If anybody has any good scripts to be able to send out invites, I'm seeing that over and over again, people asking about that. I tend to do a voice message with the graphic that just says, hey, we're doing this tonight. I really feel like it's going to answer your questions about gut health, immunity. Plus, it's going to be fun, and you don't even have to turn your camera on. And if you get on, I'll send you a free stick of collagen or something like that. I just depending on the person, if I know they're a hard sell, I might throw in the freebie. But if I know they'll just get on, a really good one. And actually, I saw this in the book. I'll have to find it for a second. But there is a script to use when you're just asking for somebody to support you, almost like a favor. Let me see if I can find it really quick. You can just sit here and awkwardly stare at me while I'm doing this. Here it is. It's number 22 in that book. It's about asking someone for a favor. Hey, no shame in my game. So anyways, look at that. Success in life and business is rarely achieved without the support of others. If you can do things that allow other people to help you achieve your goals, then the chances of you reaching them significantly increase. So maybe go read number 22. And then we will see each other tonight. Make sure you invite as many people as possible, because I think this could be really, really great. And then Thursday we have our power hour, and I guess that's it. I'll be seeing you guys then. Nice to see all your faces, and we'll see each other tonight.